You pay Frank enough money, he get loud. He sounds like a dozen people out there. I want to welcome to the stage, first of all, my good friend Denni Ferrara. And Denni, it's always a pleasure to have you here. You've worked so hard over and had a reason to work too, and we're going to get into that. But I saw a need out there. I guess the biggest thing that you saw, because you got involved, you had to get involved. You know, didn't have to, but it was kind of God's way of saying, I think I need you involved, because he actually put you through this, and with one of your young daughters, when she was very young, was diagnosed with leukemia.
Yes.
And
3.5.
Yeah. So then you went out and you said, well, we're going to battle this, and we're going to battle it as a family.
And we did.
Yeah, and battle through it. And thank God, knock on wood, she's in very good health today.
Yep.
Started her first year in high school this year.
Knock on wood, she started at St. George's Technical High School.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
And she's in about 20 minutes going to be playing a JV field hockey team.
Yeah, which you know, at 3 years old, you guys never dreamed you'd see that day.
No,
yeah.
I remember when it was her fourth birthday, and I just cried and cried because I honestly didn't know if that would be her last birthday that she got to celebrate.
Right, and what a very lovely young lady she's turned into be, and
Thank you.
And all the kids. But you got the whole family involved. But you knew you had to step up and do more. And you kind of got it as said, is this my calling? And you know, there's got to be more. We got to stop this.
Absolutely.
You know? And of course, got involved with the Leukemia Foundation.
Leukemia and Lymphoma Society originally.
Yeah, and still on the board on.
Still serve on the board, serve on their national board. Help from afar. I'm not as in the trenches as I was in the beginning.
You're more in the trenches with what you created, which I think is something that, you know, when you look at all the different ways of giving money, and people do, I mean, there's so many, everybody needs money today, do this, do that. I love what you guys have set up, and that's the Leukemia Research Foundation. When I say that, there is no paid employees. You're not paid.
No.
Thank God you got Nick behind you.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, but you're not paid. You've got a whole list of people that are not paid that assist you and work digitally on putting together different things throughout the year.
Absolutely.
But the monies you raise, I want people to understand this is very important. All the dollars that you raise go nowhere but to one place, and that's to research for the leukemia cure.
Absolutely, to find a cure for leukemia. We have in this past year, and I don't know if you even know, you do know this because you were at our gala, we pledged $1 million to the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital in Memphis because they are making humongous strides in finding cures for these deadly diseases. We've done a grant over at the Helen F. Graham Cancer Center, and we're hoping to do something here soon with AI DuPont Institute. But it's all about helping to find a cure and to find better forms of treatment while we're working towards the cure, so that the children and the adults that are being treated aren't they're not suffering while they're going through so much.
Getting early diagnosis and stuff like that, finding out what's causing this and everything, as we were just talking, and my wife hates for me to talk about her, but she's facing some, and it's blood-related diseases, and it all falls to, and can turn to leukemia and things like that, but it's battling the blood diseases and stuff like that. And I was amazed at the little bit of research I've done so far at the strides they've made in the last 3 years is just phenomenal.
It is phenomenal.
I mean, we're not far from maybe saying we can wipe this clean off the face of this earth, you know.
Well, we hope so.
Yeah. But it takes your giving out there and everything else. But you can't just say, hey, give me money, and people just send you money. So you have to come up with ways to say, okay, well, let's do something to get them to give us money.
Make it fun for them, and let's really get people to come out and have a good time, but while they're having a good time, knowing that it's going towards a great cause.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to introduce over on the far over here, and your good friend Mike Mayhew, is that correct, Mike? Yes. And Mike has got a unique thing. Now, you look like a jogger. You look like the type of, were you a regular jogger? Just
I enjoy jogging. Yes.
Yeah, getting out there. And that's something I've never found a love to just get out and do is just run, you know. I think of the Forrest Gump movie, you know. I'm just going to go out for a run and run for 3 years. But a big sport here in America, a lot of people do it. You guys have taken jogging to, now I'm thinking to myself, maybe I need to start jogging, because this is not just jogging, it's a lot of fun. What do we got going on?
It is a 5K race, 3.1 miles. It is a obstacle course related. You have your wall climbs, a few other things, some mud,
I like the mud and the girls. I mean, that's just my personal thing. But it seems like, because it's not just running. I mean, you talk about climbing walls. Then I actually see people on their hands and knees and crawling on their bellies and getting under, you know, it's like a military obstacle course. Lots and lots of fun.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and it's teams?
Teams, yes. Individuals as well, but it's teams pretty much.
Yeah. Now, how does somebody go about getting involved? I know, and I got to say congratulations to the folks here in this state, because I understand you've already registered close to 200 teams.
200 teams, and they are teams of 4, so we're looking at almost 1,000 participants, and we still have 10 days before the event.
Yeah, yeah. So we can get to 2,000, because the course can handle it. You guys, the nice thing about it is, because you're holding it out at Frightland. Yes. And everybody knows where Frightland is, huge piece of property out there. So out in the back and running through the cornfields and all that. Now, no spooks jumping out at you at the time, but well, you might have a few of them against that.
I can't guarantee that. I really can't. I'd love to say I could.
But it's in October. You got to remember.
That's right, and it's at Frightland, so you know, got to take your chances a little bit.
Yeah. So there's going to be a lot. It is going to be a fun day. We're going to be out there with television cameras catching people coming through and everything. But it's you know, you mentioned. You know, we know they're going to go through the mud. You know they're going to go over a wall. Some of the other things that they can look to face, some gooses and goblins and all that.
There's
not so much.
Yeah, that's...
There is a mud pit. Let me just say, there is a huge mud pit at the end of the race. It is called the Valero Mud Pit, because Valero has come on as our presenting sponsor for this event, and we thank them very much. It's a huge mud pit, and at some point, to get to the finish line, you have to get into that mud pit, find your way in, and find your way out.
It's a thick mud pit, too, I understand.
Oh, it's a thick mud pit.
Real heavy duty.
And it's a team of 4s. So there's 4 people. It's not a relay. You start together, you finish together, and you help each other through it. So it's really a positive team-building experience.
And it's fun. I've seen, because this is something that's hitting the country. It's sweeping the nation right now. This is the first one we're having in Delaware, first one of many annual ones that we are going to be having, because we got the perfect area to have it in and everything. And it just seems like it's, to me now, going out versus just, well, I think I'll run down the road. Now, this is jogging. This is going out and doing something and having a lot of fun with it, and bringing some friends. So to sign up, how do they go about getting? They
would go on the website, which is www.delawaremudrun.com.
DelawareMudRun.com. It's that simple.
Yes.
So you definitely, if you want to get into that, but let's add to that, because I got to thank Frightland folks down there. They did it last year. I know when I was at the banquet, and stepped up with a huge check, and they're looking at doing the same thing again this year, because Frightland gets very involved with you guys, and they're kind enough to give proceeds, because Frightland starts this weekend, runs every weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Don't take the kids out. You're too young to go at nighttime, but you can definitely go out there during the daytime for the young ones, hay rides and all that kind of stuff. But at nighttime, the Travel Channel rated it one of the top 10 scariest places in the nation this past year, and they've added to it. Frank's going this Friday, because we've got some of the old stuff down, and added showing some of the new attractions down there. But if you want to have the best time for Halloween, what it's all about is head down to Frightland, and the parking proceeds will be going straight back to...
Absolutely. Leukemia Research Foundation of Delaware. We have Phil Miller and my husband Nick to thank for Frightland. They've been huge sponsors of the foundation from day one.
Yeah, and of course, thank you so much for going down and supporting it. We'll give you a lot more on that. We've got the show running. Be sure and check out the show. It's a special running right now, telling you about Frightland. Remember, the parking proceeds help go to finding a cure for leukemia. And real quick, Ava, what song are you going to sing? She said there's no way. I'm not get her up here. You can say hi. Do you want to say hi to somebody? Say hi, Dad, or something?
Hi to
you can say hi, Dad.
Into the camera. Hurry up.
Hi.
That's it. I'm going to get out of here. Promise you 4 good-looking girls. There's 2 of them there. We've had Brittany. We got 1 more to come. So you don't want to go anywhere. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tim.
Website's on the bottom of the screen. Get in touch with them. Support the research.
Leukemia Research Foundation of Delaware. Tim, we have a shirt for you to wear. We'd like you to show it off. Wear it proudly.
I will. I'm going to wear it that day. I'm at the main mud hole if you're looking for me when you're coming through. I'll help you get out.
We'll see you there.
Stay with us. Be right back for more.
Thank you.
Find out more about the Tim Hall Show and other positive promotion productions, then log on to our website at www.posprotv.com.